Neon Pocket. Neon Pocket. That's it.
Woo! That's right. That was good. It was
Forgot to mention.
It was a little bit robot-y, but it's cool. You're basically a computer
dang it.
right now. Welcome to the Neon Packet dimension. Enter.
What's going on, guys?
Enter it. Enter this dimension, baby. Do it. Welcome to the show. This is our second episode. Our first episode recorded Wednesday at 7 p.m. from 7 to 8. 1 full hour of nerdy nonsense. Yep. But this is our first time here today. Welcome. My name is Jacob. What's up? We have two other hosts here. We got Gage there, the robot.
What's up? I guess I'm kind of robotic today.
We got Miguel.
What's going on, guys?
And we're here today to do what we do every time, which is get weird and get nerdy. This Neon Pocket Dimension, if you don't know, it's a show that's about anything you can nerd out on. Typically, it's going to be video games. It's going to be shows. It's going to be movies. It's going to be music. It's going to be anime. Food sometimes. We don't know. Beer. We all drinking tonight? We're not having a beer this time, I guess. I think we all are having a beer.
I can in a little bit. I'm not having a beer right
I
now.
got a big tally of Sapporo.
There you go.
I'm drinking some sangria soda.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's
I
still
love
delicious.
that stuff. That's good with a nice burrito from a burrito truck.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Anyway, yes. So anyway, it's not Odd Valley. We don't have to drink, but I just figured I would drink this Mind Haze Firestone, which you can't even really
I'll go
see.
grab something in a little bit.
You don't have
Once
to.
I finish my soda.
You can drink whatever you
I
want.
was going to.
It's not Odd Valley. I mean, yeah, it's not Odd Valley, so you don't have to get shit faced.
Check one,
So-
check two.
Oh, there it goes.
Is it? Oh, there he is. All right, we're back.
That was the trip to
We're
the Shadow Realm.
back.
Yeah, it was dark and lonely.
Sorry. Well, you know what? We're just gonna make the
And
best out of
he's
it.
frozen.
We're just gonna make the best out of it. You know, internet. You
Just
gotta
leave
hate
it like that. It's fine.
it.
He's fine. Like Gage is really happy right now.
Oh,
Hands are in the air.
you're back. You're loaded. I'm sorry, man. You know what? I always have
back.
internet.
Sorry, I don't know.
I always have internet problems, man. I get it. It's all good. We'll just do what we
Yeah.
can. You know, no worries. So anyway, that part was for the blooper reel right there. But we're back.
There it is.
So anyway, Gage, what are we talking about
Howdy.
today?
Okay, so we thought because it's our first kind of official, not event-based, based around Summer Games Fest episode, that we'd kind of go through our nerd lore or our nerd history, kind of what brought us to this point. Maybe first video game consoles, kind of like some of the first things you remember, just kind of geeking out on when you were younger. And I figured it would be a good way to kind of introduce ourselves further, give us some history on what makes us us when it comes to all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm into it, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
So why don't we start with Miguel?
Oh no! Why me?
Cuz.
Why you gotta put me on the spot?
Oh no, it's me.
Why you gotta put me on the spot?
No, it's Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah. So
That's Luigi. That's Luigi doing Miguel.
So why don't you tell us a story about why you're a nerd? You know, like what are your roots into nerdy things?
Okay, I'm sorry. That bothers me to begin with. That whole concept of why I'm a nerd. I'm already like, it's just who I am, dude.
Yeah, but how'd you get there? Like, just tell us your history.
I didn't get there. Like I've always been that way. It's just things that you like, right?
Yeah.
Well,
True that.
It's sort of like if you were to ask like an athlete, why are you an athlete?
Well, I'm just saying, like, they could tell you the story about what got them into athleting.
That's the official term.
You like that?
Athleting. That's
Athleting.
exactly the official term.
Yeah.
I'm playing that on my ex Scrabble game.
Nice.
Nice.
That'd be a lot of letters.
Athleting.
Oh, I forgot
No,
though.
we can start with just like maybe like first. What's like the first? I guess like sci-fi movie or fantasy movie, something like that you dug.
What
Yeah.
I'll say is,
You don't like to
I've
be
always liked
doesn't like to be in the
video
hot seat.
games since I was a kid. I've always liked sci-fi. I got an Atari 2600 before when the NES was out, because my mom would buy me an NES.
Ah.
So that was technically my first console.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So and I still have it.
And you still have your Atari?
I still have my Atari, yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's pretty incredible,
I wish I could
man.
say I had my first console.
I haven't tried plugging it in, though, so I don't know if it still works. I think it still works.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can set our TVs to channel 4 anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I
true.
think you
might
can.
need funky converters of some kind to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you might have to, like, because if you remember with the old consoles and stuff, you'd have to, like, essentially screw it onto your coax. So that's why it'd go to, like, a certain channel, which, you know, but, like, if you had your show on channel 4 or something, you're fucked, man, because everybody's playing their NES on there. But, yeah, no, I think there's converters.
I could be wrong, but I seem to remember some old TVs having 2 coaxial jacks. And you could, some when they started to get, and you could kind of switch between them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't know about
They're
that.
like fancier, like right before they went to digital.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but oh, I remember this. Remember this shit right here? Let's see. I'll bring it up in the B-roll. Remember this thing? Remember this fucking thing? You guys remember this shit?
That's stupid.
I remember this shit. How do I even look at it? Can I look at it like that? Oh yeah,
what is
right
it?
there. That thing. You know what that is, dude? I don't know. It's like has something to do with an antenna. You can barely see it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Some kind of weird coaxial
What was
thing.
the one where the antenna had the little 2 prongs and you had to screw it on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit was weird.
Yeah.
Remember that?
The fucking old school, man.
Figured
So
I would
glad
call
we're
that
done
one.
with all that stuff. And then like you'd be, can you imagine like playing a video game and you're like getting channel fuzz? It's like such ridiculousness.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that.
Playing video games back in the day was super weird. Also, you had to blow on all your cartridges because it'd get dusty and not get red.
That I actually miss, but you know.
Yeah. You know what?
I want to know who was like, "There's dust on that. You need to blow into it."
I know, like, who came up with that idea?
It
Ingenious.
worked one time for someone, and then it's been infamous ever since.
Ingenious
like,
idea.
you just got to blow on it.
Okay, so you got an Atari. That was your first console.
I got an Atari. That was my first console.
Do you?
I always like. What? Go ahead.
What got you into like what like? I guess I should say like, what are some of those like shows or like maybe movies that really kind of defined you, you know, as a kid? Like they really kind of got you into your nerddom.
I would say, well, one of the shows that I remember as or movies was Aliens.
Ooh.
The sequel. I watched that and I was scared because I was like, 5, 6, however old.
That shit's scary.
And then I ended up liking it when I was, a lot older. But so I've always liked sci-fi. But as far as what the hell was I going to say to you?
I have no idea.
Oh no. Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan of Star Wars. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. That's cool.
And all the Star Wars movies.
Remember
so
when you first watched Star Wars, like how old you were?
I don't remember the first time I watched Star Wars, to be honest with you. I do not.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I feel like
was it a New Hope? Did you see it from the first one?
Yeah.
Same.
I did watch A New Hope first, and then so on and so forth. And then it had to have been after or before the SNES Star Wars games were out, because I played those a lot too when I was a kid.
Oh, those were nice.
And those were fun.
They're difficult as fuck.
Fun but hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were hard as shit.
Like I remember in the second one, you would start with Luke Skywalker's blue lightsaber, but then God save you, man, you're just fucked. You're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah, those games are fucking difficult.
Gonna get destroyed.
But it's silly because you're getting wrecked by like womp rats in the first level because you're like on Tatooine and they're just like kind of silly ass enemies. Like you're like, wait, I'm a Jedi. I should be able to kill all these things.
Seriously,
they should be able to do a lot of things that they don't do, but we won't get into that right now.
There you go.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh man.
Spoilers for maybe another podcast in the future. Yeah.
Right on,
Heck
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
Star Wars.
Atari, and then what's your kind of console journey? Like, what was the
I had an
subsequent
Atari,
consoles you got?
SNES. And then after SNES, I had a PlayStation. After a PlayStation, I had a GameCube. I skipped the PlayStation 2. And then I got a PS3 and a PS4. And I had an Xbox in there at one point, too. A 360.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I got Red Ring of Death twice.
Oh God.
Ah,
I remember that.
So, good old times.
Yeah, I think I had
good old times.
I had like 4 Xboxes, 360s.
And considering how
It's
much
ridiculous.
they were, you'd expect them to last a little bit longer than a few.
Yeah. I think I had 2, and then there was one in a house that I lived in college that wasn't mine, but we all used it, and I had my own hard drive that I would remember the little attachable gray hard drive on the side there, so I would just plug it in to play my games.
You just slip
And
it
that was
right
the
off.
worst part about that system is all the extras. Like if you wanted to play online, doesn't have what built-in Wi-Fi. You got to get the Wi-Fi adapter.
Well, if you guys remember the first, I think the first online ever was PS2, right? Didn't they
Yeah.
have like the adapter or whatever, and then it was like SOCOM or some shit?
Yep.
You guys remember when SOCOM?
I forget what I played first on that online thing. I actually want to say that it might have been Soul Calibur 2
Ooh.
had an online mode. I could be wrong, and someone might be like, you're full of shit. But I remember playing friends of mine, not couch co-op on that. And I feel like that's how I did it. But I don't know.
I miss couch co-op, to be honest with you.
I know.
Even though you could see what everyone else was doing, it was still a lot of fun.
Well,
yeah, it made a different dynamic for sure. I mean, N64 is really like the last time I remember doing that like a ton. I mean, yeah, a little bit in the 360 era, but like not really.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
All day,
GoldenEye was
every
great,
day.
dude. Fuck yeah. Well, and then even Perfect Dark later was like really
That
sick,
was good
dude.
too.
Yeah, to
'Cause
be
it
honest, I
added
was
so
more
much
of a
more.
Perfect Dark guy. I was a little late to the James Bond party.
Oh,
But-
I did. I had both. I was on both, dude, for sure. Like,
That James Bond party was a good time, man.
You know what I really liked was I think they were PS2 games, or maybe even PS2 games. There was like James Bond Nightfire, and
Yeah.
a little later, and some of those were really good, especially the single player campaigns on them were really fun.
there were some on GameCube that my sister like was obsessed with. Her and her husband would play, and they'd be like, "Play this game with me," and I wouldn't know what's going on. They would destroy me, and they'd be like, "See, you're garbage, bro." And I'd be like, "What the fuck? I don't even know this stupid game." And all you guys ever do is play this shit. But then you know, I would battle her in Double Dash. You know, Mario Kart Double Dash. Love that game.
Oh yeah,
GameCube was
was
a
good.
great generation.
Brand Mirabella famously gave that a way too low of a score.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? It's honestly, I put Mario Kart 64 like low on the Mario Kart list. Like people are obsessed with that game for some reason.
Ooh, we're gonna fight.
No, I was a Diddy Kong
the
racing
number
person.
one.
Diddy Kong racing person. That was way better than Mario Kart 64.
I also
IMO.
love Diddy Kong Racing. No hate there. I'm not one of those
Yeah.
people who's like, just because you like one, you don't like the other.
But I only played so
but-
many Mario
yeah.
Karts, you know what I mean? And I also didn't own a copy of Mario Kart 64, so that really feeds into that, you know what I mean? But I did
I have
have
such
Diddy
a hot
Kong
take on Mario Kart 8. I really don't like Mario Kart 8. I think it's a baby-ass baby game. Like,
Oh,
Got him.
Them fighting words.
I
actually
know,
don't
seriously.
care.
No, for me, it's like the inability to fall off the track easily is like what like Mario Kart for me is about falling off the track. Like the whole
Yeah.
point of the game should be like
I don't
getting
think I
your friends screwed to the point where they all fall off and they're just destroyed forever. And
I think I played 8, so I can't comment about that because if that's the case, that's pretty shitty.
it's just
Yeah.
it feels almost on rails. Like I feel like there's almost no way I can fail a track. And I feel
You're
like
playing
Mario,
with the bumpers.
yeah, it feels like that to me. And I'm not saying that
It's-
I'm necessarily like good. Obviously, people can
Yeah.
still beat me. I'm just saying like the whole thing is like for me, I feel like Mario Kart should be about specifically fucking up your friend, but not just with like not just with like lightnings and blue shells. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's like bumping him into like a pit. Just like with
Like
their cart. Like
there's something
using
about the
your
jank of Mario
cart's
Kart
body.
64 that kind of makes it more unruly, which I kind of like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I don't know, man.
I like Double Dash better. I would have to agree with Jacob on
That
that.
was one of my favorites for sure.
Double Dash rules.
That was a good game.
I'll tell you what, like, and we're just now we're talking about Mario Kart, guys.
Yeah.
It's all right. This is gonna happen.
It's okay. It's fine.
Welcome to the Neon
What'd you
Pocket
expect?
Dimension. No, it's cool. And I'm just gonna because we should move on to Gage next. Unless Miguel, you have something else. But what I find really interesting is the Wii speedrun community for the for Mario Kart Wii. Apparently, it's like huge. And it's like really crazy. There's this YouTube video where this guy breaks down like the speedrunning stuff and like all of the glitchy stuff you could do where you like bounce off of shit and it brings you out of the track boundaries, but you bounce off like another thing and you can go even faster, and it's
That's wild.
It's insane.
That's
dude.
crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a speedrun of a racing game. That's an interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does that work?
It's just basically how fast can you like go through the course, and like so essentially there's like I don't know, maybe call it time trials or speed, whatever the fuck. But whoever has like the world record, like there's a cool video breaking down like over the years how those records were beaten on like certain courses, and like then this guy discovered you could do this, and then it really opened up the time trial for everyone, and then this guy did it this fast. It's really crazy. But
maybe we can link in the VOD description. We'll see.
Yeah, I have that video saved somewhere, so like I'll definitely link it in the description. But Miguel, any other nerdy history things you got?
I honestly, Jacob, I think it would take too long to talk about everything.
You don't have to talk about everything, just
But I mean, like Star Trek, Star Wars.
There you go. First Star Trek.
Anime, manga.
What was your first Star Trek? What was your first anime?
Star Trek.
Which one? Next Generation? Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. All right. Everyone's in.
One.
Let's go. Yeah.
And what about first anime?
Jean-Luc and Worf and everyone.
First what?
Baby's first anime. Let's go. What you got?
Oh.
At least that you can remember. Mine's Fist of the North Star.
Probably a movie. You could easily say, "Oh, it was Ninja Scrolling." You might not be wrong. I started watching anime on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh,
when they would do their anime leagues.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's when I started getting into it.
My first anime ever was Fist of the North Star. I was with my dad at his friend's house that he would play music with, and he was a sick ass bassist. This guy. And then I remember one day they had to do like band practice or whatever, and like he's like, "Hey, you can watch whatever movie you want in there." And I put Fist of the North Star on, and I'd never seen anime before, and that shit was like
random. Wow.
I don't know if you've ever seen this anime, but it's very bloody.
Yeah,
I feel you.
It's comically ridiculous.
I thought you were gonna say because he was a sick bass that he was just gonna be like 3, 2, 1, let's jam. And start playing Cowboy Bebop.
Gage, what you got?
Exactly.
What's your tale? Give me your nerd tales.
Anime. Well, I'll do that, but since we're on anime, I might as well. Technically, my parents didn't really like some of the early Disney movies. I was like really media sheltered as a young kid, but they let me watch My Neighbor Totoro, and so that was technically
Totoro.
It's not, but for technically it's like my first exposure to like Japanese animation, and then
that is anime.
First, like
that's anime. Why wouldn't it be anime?
I guess it is. I just
counts.
mean, it is, but
yeah,
it's not like. Heavy, violent, whatever. It's not that all anime needs to be violent. But Ghost in the Shell, I think, was my first.
Oh, okay.
My first anime.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then shortly followed by Cowboy Bebop, all the classics, and then
hell yeah.
And then Fully Cooley. Shortly, I remember I watched Fully Cooley in freshman year of high school, I want to say, and forever I just used to draw Never Knows Best cigarettes on my binders and stuff.
I still have not seen that, and I've owned it for years.
What movie?
It's good. It really communicates with a teenager because it's kind of about like your first boner.
What movie is this again?
I had already had my first boner, but that was out.
Fully Cooley. It's actually a part series.
FLCL.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fully Cooley is good, dude. Miguel, you definitely need to watch it. Also, by the same.
I own it. So.
It's a 6-episode OVA.
I know it's. I've got the
one that everyone said was
Blu-ray.
good.
Yeah, I mean it's excellent. Like the music is a big part of why that show's so good. The pillows.
Yeah, I mean,
my friends went and saw the pillows in SF. I'm so jealous.
Oh no shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
Jelly.
All All right, nerd lore history. So like I said, I was pretty I went to like a hippy dippy Waldorf charter school as like an elementary school kid, and so they were very adamant about us like not having much media time and like pretty much keeping us off like most television and stuff. And so they like really encouraged parents to like do that. So I wasn't allowed to like watch most stuff until I was like almost 10 years old. And then definitely not allowed to play video games. And I used to go to my friend's house who went to public school, and he would let me play his OG Game Boy. So that was the first like video game I was ever really
Classic.
exposed to. I think I was just playing. It's called Donkey Kong, right? Just the first Mario game where you do the thing. That's actually called Donkey Kong, right?
You mean you mean with Jumpman?
Yeah, with Jumpman, where you jump over the little barrels that he's throwing down and go save the chick up top.
Tossing the barrels, yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's called Donkey Kong, right? That's not Mario.
Yeah, that's Donkey Kong.
So. Yeah,
that's Donkey Kong, bro.
Yeah, because that's the same one that used to be in arcades, right?
Yes. Yes, and actually you could play that right now on your Switch if you have a Nintendo online membership.
Oh yeah, totally.
In case you want to know.
So yeah, he let me borrow his Game Boy one time, and I would like get in my room and then like turn a little reading light on and like play it. And
was this the brick?
Yeah, this was a brick. And then my friend's older brother had an SNES, and we used to go over to his place. His brother would let us occasionally play SNES, which was cool. So I remember playing like all the old classic Marios there, like Duck Hunt and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But then what happened was I got my consoles out, and everyone said it was going to be ice cream, milkshakes, and sunshine and rainbows, but it was actually really awful. On mine, apparently, like something bad happened, and so I like literally couldn't speak for 2 weeks, and I had to be home from school. And
what?
My parents, my mom like caged because I was just miserable and bored. So she bought me a 64, which was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, it was great. And it came packaged with Banjo-Tooie, which was weird because I'd never played the first one.
That's weird.
And another game too, but I can't remember what it was. I didn't like the other game, so I must have not played it very much. Wave Race. I don't remember.
Ooh, Wave Race was so good.
Probably wasn't Wave Race. No, Wave Race is good, but that's why I couldn't have been that. I don't know. It came with 2 games, and I remember I only played Banjo-Tooie. So I beat Banjo-Tooie, and that was like the first video game I'd ever beaten in my entire life, which is pretty weird.
Wow, yeah, that is weird, dude.
After that, I was off to the races, and I got a Game Boy Color, and Pokemon Red and Blue quickly became like the thing, and a game called Dragon Warrior Monsters, which is called Dragon Quest Monsters.
Oh, okay.
I think in Japan or here.
Interesting.
So it's like a Pokemon version. It's like a Pokemon version of Dragon Quest, where you catch the beasts in Dragon Warrior, and then you make them fight other beasts. It's a great game.
That's pretty sick.
You know what? Check this out. Hold on.
What you got there? I'm just trying to bring some B-roll in here. Oh, damn, nice.
Oh, it's on hand.
That's incredible.
Here, I do have my old Game Boy. I will say that's pretty cool.
But
it's got my friend's. It does. It's got my friend's back case on it because I lost mine, so that's pretty cool.
So that's a Game Boy Color, isn't it?
That's a Game Boy Color. That was my that was my Game Boy Color back in the day.
I had a green regular Game Boy. I never had a Game Boy Color, I don't think.
Oh, I didn't even know they made different colors of the original. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Mine was green. I got it for Christmas from my grandma. Thanks,
cool.
Grandma. I love you.
So yeah, N64. Then I got a PS2. I remember Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was like my stuff, and Resident Evil 4 on that one. And then I got a GameCube. And then I didn't get an Xbox until actually the 360 was already out. But I got an original Xbox. I traded, actually, I forget what I think I traded my PS2 for an original Xbox.
Wow.
While 360 was already out, so I went and played like Fable and all that kind of stuff. Then eventually I got a 360, and 360 was probably my most used like console of all time, because that was like when I was in high school and early college and just had endless time to play video games.
Nice.
That's true. That is when I played a lot of online games with people.
Yeah, I like Halo 3.
360.
Addicted to Halo 3, a multiplayer.
Halo 3 was such a slice in time, dude.
Seriously.
Rainbow Six Vegas.
Oh yeah, that was super good.
That game was great.
That's such a good game, dude.
The Orange Box, I was really big in. I played a lot of PC games at that time too. That was the only time I was really a PC gamer. I played.
Let's not get started talking about Valve.
I played a lot of Counter-Strike.
They're not
a lot
a
of
games-
Warcraft. A lot of Warcraft 3. I was big on Warcraft 3.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
What was your faction?
I used to play as the elves because they had those cool the house and the building structure units could get up and walk. You remember that?
Yeah, I totally remember that. You could
Mm.
uproot your essentially your city hall or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So
Just
if you
move
needed
shit
to
around.
kind of bail out and go a little further back so you could hold the front lines, I loved that RTS. It was so fun.
Night elves from that were basically kind of what I find interesting about that game is that essentially night elves and orcs were sort of like Protoss. It was like a mixture of the two
Yeah.
because Protoss could, or no, actually, technically, I'm wrong. No, orcs was like Protoss. Terrans were like night elves because Terrans could they could essentially engage rockets on their buildings to fly them to different locations and land them, whereas the night elves just literally uproot walking trees. So I guess you could draw the comparison there. But some of their units were kind of strong. But I don't know. I was always a Protoss guy, so then I loved Orc. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same play style.
The script was cool too in that game. I mean, I really like the all the campaign missions in that one too. I feel like it had a really good hero story. I forget exactly how that worked, but it was cool.
Warcraft 3 is such a goddamn good game. And we just will never get another fucking Warcraft RTS ever.
They're like it's fine. I mean, can you imagine if you? I mean, obviously, WoW is a forever one of the greatest things probably.
Yeah.
But,
of course.
I would love a legit third-person action RPG in the Warcraft universe, and I just don't think we'll ever get it because they don't need to make it really.
StarCraft Ghost.
Cool.
Well, I would hope
There
the
you go.
story was a little better. It's the one thing I liked about WoW. I liked it quite a bit because that was my second MMO after Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, same here.
Mm.
Same here, Miguel.
And I never really cared about the story that much in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
you would
do the
just
quests and
jargon.
run around.
I just want to level up.
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
care. Although later
Yeah,
as
it's a lot of jargon, and then it's more about the raids, and the bosses
Yeah.
and things like that. But,
Yeah.
I feel like
So,
some
I
story
would-
beats were good, but for the most part, overall or arcing stuff was I just like when they would explore certain topics. Like some story beats were good, but most story beats were whatever, cool cinematic, but can I just get to the raid?
I want the shinies.
Give me-
essentially.
Give me that gear. Give me that.
I want the new gear.
Give me
But
that tier
I
2
would-
gear.
If they were to make a game with a good story, I'd play it
yeah, totally.
in the Warcraft universe. That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool to see.
Well, there's
So
sort of a
that's-
resurgence
yeah.
of RTS games right now, and where's the fuck is Blizzard? I know that they're StarCraft 2 had a thing, and I don't know. It's they're
Did
they're
they ever
remastering
finish
all their
StarCraft
games.
2?
Yeah,
They did, right?
Yeah.
Did they?
It got to a place for sure. I don't know if it ever was. It's got a really dedicated community, right? But I don't know if it's ever I don't know.
yeah. You
I
got
know
really
they were releasing it kind of in episodes or whatever, right? Sort of
Mhm.
what they were supposed to do with Half-Life 2, but we don't talk about that, like I said.
Yeah. Essentially every race or whatever had its own
Yeah.
portion of the game that you had to keep
Mhm.
buying, which I thought was super dumb. Gage, I don't know. You got kind of quiet, dude.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, your
I don't know
volume is
why.
real low.
I don't know what happened.
What about how are we feeling now?
Same.
Yeah. It almost sounds like you're in a box.
Yeah, what happened? You got really muffled.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. That's the word I should have used.
Check 1, check 2.
It's like someone put a pillow over your face and you're trying to talk to us.
He's being smothered.
Is that better? I don't know.
And it's about the same. I don't know what happened.
No, hasn't changed. That's odd. Yeah.
All right.
This is an early episode. We're going to have the weird
No, it's
technical
okay.
difficulties.
It's fine.
It's all good.
Garbage trucks on fire, as they say.
Garbage trucks on fire. That's right. I don't really know what to suggest. We've already tried restarting Discord. I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know. How's that? Is that a little better?
it's exactly
No.
the same.
Nothing has changed.
How about I just turn you up? Why don't you try talking now?
Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2.
It's about the same. I don't know what the
Man,
fuck
you're
happened.
So weird. That's so weird.
Just have to be real
Going
quiet,
into
not talk over each other.
I'm going into voice settings.
Uh-huh.
Sound. It looks like I'm going like all the way to the top.
Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
I'm not crazy, right? He's really quiet, right?
No, he's super quiet. Share
Okay.
your screen.
What about how are we doing?
Same.
Same. Nothing has changed. Oh, I can't even hear him now. Can you hear him?
Is he talking?
Oh, sorry. I was doing a mic test on my end on Discord just to see.
Oh yeah. Does it sound the same? Does it sound quiet or loud?
Sounds a little quiet, but not like crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we can keep going, but I can barely hear you. So, sorry guys. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Gage is gonna need like a paddle.
How about now?
That's better.
It's a little better.
Is that better?
That's better.
Better
Just a
now?
little bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe so.
Maybe if I turn you up as well. Okay. Try now.
Yeah, maybe
All right.
so.
That works. That works.
Okay, that's better.
That works.
That's better.
All right. We'll rock with that.
And we're back.
Thanks for bearing with us, guys.
All right. So,
I'm
any
gonna finish
more?
up my little lore story. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
video games. You know, it was like it started off slow, but then it kind of the floodgates opened, and that was good.
Yeah.
As far as like, I don't know, the first stuff I can remember kind of nerding out on, I again with the sheltered thing, it's so funny. Both of the like media things that finally broke my parents to letting me watch stuff was when I was like sick or injured or something. So the tonsils was for N64, and that was huge. And then I got pneumonia one time as a kid.
Oh,
and
no.
that was really bad. I was like hospitalized for it. And in the doctor's office, that was like back when they would actually keep you in the hospital for like a long time.
Uh-huh.
And so I was there for like a number of days, I remember, and I was just again bored out of my mind. And they had the VHSs of Star Wars there. I think I was like 7 or 8, and so I got to watch Star Wars, and I was so stoked because I was just like, you know, my parents would never let me watch that kind of stuff before. So yeah, I remember
Awesome.
being in the hospital, like in a hospital bed, and watching A New Hope, and that was pretty great. So
Fuck yeah.
well, I'm glad you got pneumonia.
yeah, you know, ultimately.
I'm glad
Otherwise,
that
who
you
knows?
almost
And then-
died so you could live.
Exactly.
It's enriched your life, really.
It has really. And then again, like once the floodgates are open, I'm like, well, you already let me watch Star Wars, and then I had leverage to, you know, to keep going. So
Yep.
yeah, I just remember like Power Rangers, and then I was really into reading when I was young, so I read the Lord of the Rings books, and then when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, I was like, oh, so stoked. So
Yes.
all that stuff. I
That
remember
shit was
going to
dope.
episode 3 of Star Wars, or episode 1, sorry, Phantom Menace, like day 1 in theaters. I remember.
We all
It
remember
was
that
on
one.
my buddy's birthday, and that was pretty epic at the time.
Did you try spinning? That's a neat trick.
It was a neat trick, but forever now, like if I've been, you know, if you're driving and like you're going through like a construction zone at night and it's foggy and like, you know, there's like a deer in the road, you're like, now this is pod racing.
Now
That's
this is pod racing.
yeah, exactly. So that's stayed in the vernacular for sure with the friends.
That's
But-
that's 100% a meme.
That
at least
movie
in my
has a
circles.
lot of really good one-liners. I know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, all the stuff, but
I like to
good.
say now this is pod racing as often as I can. So just in
Totally.
case you guys want to know that, I'm saying that
So
shit a lot.
wizard.
Ugh.
That's
So wizard.
You just got me with
so
that one.
wizard.
Did not see that one coming.
It's like when Han in Empire Strikes Back says, "Then I'll see you in hell," and you're like, "What? How is
Hell
how is that a-
exists in Star Wars?
How is that? Yeah, how
Why
is that a
wouldn't
thing
it?
in
What?
Star Wars?
I don't
Why
know,
wouldn't
but
it exist in Star Wars?
that's one of my
I don't know, 'cause
favorite lines.
Catholicism doesn't exist. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
It's one of my favorite lines of all time from any movie because it's just so out of fucking nowhere. It's like, what?
It is. You're like, okay, and it's cool that Han says it, but you're like, I bet you it was just ad libbed, and they were just like, well, it sounded cool. Whatever.
That does happen with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, exactly. He
Nice.
was a freaking carpenter for God's sakes.
True.
No one was like, he wasn't really an actor at the time. He just got cool.
He was a shirtless woodworker on the set,
Yeah.
and they're like,
He
"We
was
need a
apparently
scrap."
excited
George
about
Lucas
the
was
new
like,
Indiana
with,
Jones movie.
What?
He's apparently excited about the new Indiana Jones movie that he's going to be in.
It's
Well-
surprising that man can get excited about anything. So you know,
I'm honestly really surprised because I thought he hated the character, like he did.
I actually
Han
think
Solo.
I think he liked Indy better than Han Solo. I think he probably got really tired of Star Wars nerds.
Yeah, we're pretty insufferable.
Which I can understand, but at the same time, like,
Mm-hmm.
you should embrace that shit.
Dude, you have so much money because of us. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you guys know Harrison Ford. He's a fucking weirdo. But I love that weirdo.
we've paid for you to crash like 6 planes at this point.
Got any other fun tidbits, Gage?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know. It's just I guess gaming has just been a really like, or nerd culture and gaming in general has been a big like savior through kind of lower parts in life. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we don't think about it that way. But when I first moved to New York City, I spent like 5 years in New York City, and that's where I met my wife. But the first couple of years I was there, or like really just the first year I was there, I don't know. It was really lonely. Like I just didn't have any friends. I had left them all for in California for a job out there, and so I was in this big city, and the city was fun. It was fun to just go out and explore and stuff. But when you get home at night and you don't have any friends to talk to or whatever, it was just really clutch. Went and bought. I had kind of gotten rid of a lot of my stuff when I moved there, and so I went and bought a 360, even though I think Xbox One was already out.
Whoa.
And just started like playing through it and stuff like that, and it just like those types of stuff. I think that's like really why I've stuck it out, like, and through like gaming and kind of there for you when you need it. So that's kind of a fun reason why I think this stuff is more special than people give it credit for a lot of times. You know what I mean? And heck, like even just us talking on this podcast right now, like that's a reason to incorporate this stuff in your life. You know what I mean? You get enrichment out of it in different ways.
Yeah, I agree. I've definitely been in some really low places, and you know what I mean? All you have is your fandoms to get through.
Yeah.
And internet friends. Yay!
That's what I mean.
Oh, I don't have many of those.
Well, now you have a couple.
I got a couple.
So, I'm just going to say outright, a lot of technical difficulties on this episode. Sorry if it's lessening the quality of your experience, but we're here and we're having a good time. We're just going to keep doing this every Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m. So be here. It'll be better. Things will work better. But I digress.
There's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with what's going on, Jacob.
Good. Yeah. So I deactivated my Bluetooth and it completely disconnected my internet for a second, and it cut out some of the things you were saying there, Gage. So I apologize for that. But but anyway,
all right.
I got the gist of
it
it
now, and then it'll never happen again, right? That's how it's gonna.
Yeah,
work.
it's just this one time where everything's not going to work properly.
That's totally all right.
That's a Jacob promise. Anyway, so yeah, I'll briefly get into my nerdy history. Been a little nerdy dork forever. When I was a little kid, I don't know, just smiled and stuff, and I was a nice little boy, and everybody'd make fun of me, and I don't know. So that just kind of drove me to seek out companionship from other things, I guess, and I feel like maybe that's what led me to nerdy stuff. But I've always had a capacity for things. Like I always say, like my favorite Disney movie growing up is Fantasia, and I'm really into music, and that honestly very fucking influential on me. And like same goes for like a million movies. But I love sci-fi, but there's just something about Fantasia I always come back to and think like, oh yeah, it's music and images. I mean, that's just a huge part of that's a huge part of Jacob. I've always loved music, and that's probably the thing I nerd out the most on, maybe besides video games. So yeah, I equate that as like one of my first nerdy experiences. But when I was, I think 3 years old, my uncle Gabe, cool ass dude. Excuse me, I'm burping a little. He bought my sister an NES, and that was our first console. But before that, I had played an Atari. I had played it at like I don't know if it was like a family friend or friend of one of my parents or something like that. I had also played on my dad's like 486, like way the fuck back in the day when I was like a really little kid. There was like a block breaker type of game that I vaguely remember, but like my first console was an NES, and it came with the Mario Duck Hunt combo with the gun and everything, and that was cool. And yeah, Jesse was into it, but then like it unlocked something in me, man, and I was like obsessed with it. But we had to keep it at our grandparents. And growing up, my mom, she worked like the night shift, single mom style, and like whatnot. And like we're in Vegas, right? So casinos are open 24 hours. And so like most weeknights, we'd have to go to the grandparents' house. They would watch us. Then she'd wake us up at like 2 a.m. to bring us home. We'd go to sleep, and then you'd have to go to school. So like I knew that every time I go to the grandparents' house, that's what the NES is. I didn't have an NES at my house. You know what I mean? So I loved that shit. Until eventually I got an SNES for Christmas one day or for my birthday or whatever, and then that shit was over. I had all the fucking cool games. I specifically remember Star Fox being one of my favorite games on there. Mario World I could never beat without like going through the warp pipes. That was really tough. And there's just like a lot of games I couldn't beat.
So hard.
There's this one girl on my street that had a Super Nintendo that I was friends with, and she had fucking Link to the Past. And she also
that game is so good.
Yeah, and that was like I think I had played Zelda on the NES, but like I didn't own it, so I didn't really like play through the whole game. But like Link to the Past was my first Zelda, and and some other games and stuff. So I just really got into games.
In my opinion.
Absolutely,
I was like arguably top tier currently still. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time. And then my my parents they've been divorced since forever, and whatever. So like I would have to spend some time over at my dad's house over the weekends and stuff. But like he had a PC, and that's what got me into PC gaming, as well as like music stuff. You know what I mean? My dad would always like he's always a musical person, so that like I definitely get my influences for like PC gaming and all that stuff. So eventually I had my own PC, got into that. Got in a lot of trouble, with viruses and like weird shit.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't until like I think high school or something that I had my own computer or whatnot. But essentially, like I'd always loved PC gaming, and I remember growing up like, just playing on the weird Microsoft website where you could play multiplayer games online, and like there was like
yeah.
It was really weird. And then also growing up, like I remember
or something? I forget what. Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff. Like there was one game that was like a World War II dogfight game that I really liked. And then like chess stuff and like whatever normal games. Dark Forces 2 Jedi
playing,
Knight.
like, all those weird Flash games and stuff on there and stuff.
Ooh, Flash games were dope. But then I do remember doing dial-up things like playing fucking. I had a friend that lived like a couple blocks over, and we would play a bunch of dial-up games, and it was typically RTS games like fucking I'm trying to remember the name. Command and Conquer. Played a lot of Command and Conquer over the cable, over the dial-up.
When I was about that age.
And those are the also Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness, and all that shit. So played a lot of games.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like console-wise, I was always a Nintendo kid. We had the NES. I had the Super Nintendo. I got the Game Boy. I got the Game Boy Advance. I got the DS. I got the GameCube. I got fucking N64. Before that, of course, I had them all. But it wasn't until the PlayStation that I finally got a different console. And so I had the PS1 and played the shit, like all sorts of RPGs. Loved Legend of Mana. It's one of my favorites. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. Great. 9's my favorite. But yeah, just a lot of gaming. And then I got everything I owned stolen from me from my room. Some kid broke in and stole my shit. Could have been some kid I knew. I don't know. But my mom
probably was.
Yeah, it was probably that one like son of a drug addict kid that was like really weird. I don't know, man. That kid was shifty, and I didn't really. When I think about it, I didn't really know him much after that situation had happened. So I don't know. Could have been him, but who knows?
Sounds pretty suspicious.
That's basically all they stole was my video games, out of the whole house. But
they were a kid doing it then.
Did you stop trusting people at that point?
I don't know, man. I was kind of naive, but anyway, my mom was able to get a claim from the insurance. Emoji Squeeze in the chat says he definitely did it.
Absolutely. I have to agree.
My mom put in an insurance claim and then got all the money back for like everything. So essentially, like, I was really sad because like I'd play the shit out of Harvest Moon and all these like games with a lot of like time on the memory card and everything was gone. Even my N64 stuff, like every game I could think of. But we got money, so my mom bought me a PS2 and like a suite of PS2 games to replace it. and that got me into that whole situation.
Right.
Then I got an Xbox, GameCube. That's like one of the best fucking generations ever, man. I loved that. I see me bitch in chat too. What's up? So yeah, anyway, that's like the rest is history, you know, like I typically like always wanted to have every video game console, but in my heart of hearts, always been a PC gamer. And that's why like these days I really like the whole Xbox PC integration with Game Pass, and it's just great. It's just great to be able to essentially do whatever on any console and like jump between saves on like a console and PC, or being like, oh, I like playing this game on controller, but I bet you I'd like it better on the PC, and just hopping on the PC and playing with the mouse and keyboard. I'll fucking headshot you, baby. But
that was one of the things when I first bought my Xbox One that I will say, as much as everyone loves to hate on that console, I booted it up and like entered in my Xbox Live account, and there were like 20 games that I owned on the 360, and all the saves were there. Like literally, I opened up, I don't remember what it was. Oh, Mirror's Edge, and it was just right in the middle of my game, and I was like, what? Like, how is that? It was so rad. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of stuff is awesome.
Yeah, that's incredible stuff. But yeah, growing up, like if I'm gonna talk about like movies and TV shows and stuff, like I really like, because I always had to go to my grandparents' house. They didn't have cable. There was no cable out in the middle of the desert where they lived, which even to this day I think they have like satellite. But regardless, I watched a lot of like regular TV, and so like all the Fox shows, like I watched like Hercules and Xena. I remember there was this one like Wild West show with like Bruce Campbell or something that I really liked. That had a weird.
Oh, yeah.
It was something like that.
God, what was that called?
You guys remember that shit? X-Files, and then Next Generation.
I don't remember what it was.
My grandparents would watch Next Generation with me, and then also I'll never forget this. My grandma would always watch a show with me. Oh no, what's it called? Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, on Fox.
Oh, with Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes. Yeah.
It's a fucking classic.
Fucking love that show.
You ever watch Sightings?
Yeah, Sightings too. Absolutely,
I used
man.
to watch the shit out of
Unsolved Mysteries, you know, all those fun shows. So
Fox had all the good shows back then.
they had the best, dude. And so like me growing up, I didn't really get into cable shows until like later when we had cable at the house, and I didn't really have to spend the night over at my grandparents as much and stuff. But that was always fun. And then like cartoon, I've always loved cartoons. You know what I mean? You name it, I watched them all. And so like that's comfort food for me. So like, you know, it's a no-brainer that anime would just eventually make its way into my life. But like, yeah, again, like I said, Fist of the North Star. Go ahead and look up a video of that or something. It's just really ridiculous. It's just like a fucking guy punching someone in the gut, and then them literally exploding in like an explosion of blood and guts. And then Ninja Scroll, Ghost in the Shell, all those old ones that we all grew up on and stuff. But
didn't they make a Fist of the North Star MMO?
I don't know about that, but
where there was no, I heard there was no, the economy was all based on bartering.
Oh wow!
Oh, interesting.
So it was.
I don't know if it did well.
It was Fist of the.
Maybe I'm making it up too.
It was Fist of the Burning Man. All right, look, I drank all these beers, and now I gotta pee. So why don't you guys tell us some fun fact or something?
We'll
be right back.
We're also getting towards the end of the show, so why don't maybe we'll jump into some endorsements.
Okay, what you got, Gage?
Which means I need to come up with an endorsement. Let's see here. I think I had a list of them going, and I was like, I'm gonna get ready for some endorsements here. All right. Hold on here. Pulling up my list. Because last week I feel like I had a good endorsement, and I was like trying to top it, but I just couldn't. Oh yeah. Okay, here's what I'm gonna endorse. So everyone's been obsessed with maybe not obsessed, maybe not everyone, but everyone's been playing those Wordle games. Wordle, remember? And
Wordle.
Loodle as well is the lewd version of that with swear words. But
okay.
there is that one's pretty funny. Someone I follow called Gary Whitta, who actually wrote. He's an interesting guy. He's an author, but he wrote Rogue One, the Star Wars movie. Him and another guy came up with that one. It's called Loodle, and that one's pretty good. I will co-endorse that as well, because that one's fun. It's just, although it's way harder because there's not that many swear words, so you're like, that one's pretty tough. But there's one more called Heardle, Heardle, .app is the actual website you go to. And this one is like essentially music trivia where you'll hit play at, like the first guess and it only gives you like 3 seconds of the song. And then the second guess gives you like 5 seconds, third guess more and more until eventually I think you get 15 total seconds of the song. And then so yeah, essentially you're just like guessing the tune off of that, which is pretty cool. So I've been obsessing, not obsessing. I've been playing that one daily, and it's been fun. It's one of those games where it only reloads like every 24 hours. So that's been
Okay.
it's been on my my rotation. So that's my endorsement for this week is Heardle and Loodle. I guess we'll go for both.
What I missed?
Jacob, if you were wondering, we moved into endorsements, and mine was a co-endorsement of Loodle and Heardle, which are the two like Wordle offshoots.
Nice.
Have you done Heardle? Heardle's the music one. It's Heardle.
I'm sure I'd be good at that.
And it's like music trivia. Like it gives you like 2 seconds, then 5 seconds, and 6 seconds, or like of a song, and you have to try and guess it. It's pretty fun. I've been on that one lately, so that's my endorsement for the week.
I would be really good about that because all I need is like half a bar to know what a song is. Mochi Squeeze knows what's up.
We play music trivia at parties at our house sometimes, where someone will DJ and kind of do it manually on Spotify or whatever. It's chaos. It's fun.
That sounds like a fun game to do. We could do that on the podcast at some point.
We actually could. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
We might get copyright claims, but that's fine.
It's whatever.
Fuck it.
What was I gonna say? I did have like some things to pull up that we were gonna talk about. We went kind of long on like whatever, and then we had the technical difficulties. But I do have a segment if you guys want to try it, but maybe we could do that next time as well. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Up to you.
Do we have time?
Well, it's only 4 minutes to 8, so maybe not, unless you want to go like another 10 minutes or something. But we could save it for next time.
We could go a little long just because we had some technical difficulty parts. If you want, I'm fine with that.
We could do our endorsements first, though, if you want. Since you already started it. Miguel, you got an endorsement for us?
The Experience.
Oh,
if you haven't watched it,
nice.
Watch it. It's a great show.
I keep telling Mochi Squeeze we need to watch The Expanse, and we started it up.
You need to watch The Expanse.
I started watching it, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to watch this." Okay,
it's good. It's in my opinion.
Right on.
I haven't seen the latest season, but yeah, I'm down.
I'm 100% down, and I have a counter endorsement. Watch Orville. You guys know about that?
Oh, is that the like Star Trek spoof kind of thing?
Yeah,
the Seth MacFarlane show, right?
Yes, it's the Seth MacFarlane Star Trek essentially, and
Yep.
I like when I first saw it, I was like, but then I gave another chance and laughed like way hard at the first episode. So I was like, I don't know why I didn't like this the first time around, but apparently it's good and a lot of people like it, and from what we watched, it's great, and it still has that Star Trek allure, like they still like there's some good stories in there, you know.
Is it
interesting.
still going?
That's cool that it's not just parody fully.
Yeah, it's not just mindless and dumb, but it's a good show and a good comedy.
Nice.
Yeah. So one of the things that we said, like one of the pillars of Neon Pocket Dimension, that I set up here is that like I want to have the door open for creativity and for us to kind of just try things out and just have a good time, right? So that means that like if anyone comes up with any kind of segment, we'll just do it. You know what I mean? They just you say, hey, I got a segment. And we'll be like, all right, what do you got? So this is the first segment of the show ever. And I didn't really think of a name, so I'll just call it the Mochi Squeeze says spoon feeds. We can do spoon feeds, but it has to be in studio.
I want to do spoon feeds.
Yes.
I'm into spoon feeds.
Oh my god.
I'll come to Vegas just for spoon feeds.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so excited to do spoon feeds.
You can interview us. If you really want to.
Yes.
I guess that's true too. But I could also just come to Vegas. It sounds fun.
You need to come to Vegas. End of story. But
yeah, I mean, you can come out. Absolutely. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah. It's here and so are we, and we'd love to hang out with you.
You just ask us random questions while you feed us, and then we would do the same to you, Jacob.
Oh yeah. Well, spoon feeds I mean, now we're getting into spoon feeds, but I'll keep it short. It's essentially
keep
my
on going.
idea for a segment where I spoon feed some sort of pureed food, and the thing is like to make a delicious puree and something, you know what I mean? Like try to codify a pureed version of like chicken
Fried chicken.
yeah, fried chicken essentially. Like I want the flavor of a meal but on a spoon. You know what I mean?
You're like the
I
Willy
like it.
Wonka of food.
Right, but then I will use a baby spoon. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
Can't
more of a
forget the bib.
paddle. It just needs to be that rubber. But point is, whenever you actually ask, you're interviewing someone, but you're also spoon feeding them at the same time, and like
Wow.
every time that they answer, they have to have a mouthful of food slightly. So like if
Okay.
you swallow the food, then I'll be like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I just spoon feed some more in there.
And then if you throw up, you lose, I would imagine, right?
I don't know. No, I'm not like
I don't think
overfeeding
there's
you.
really winners or losers. Yeah,
everyone
wins in the end.
I just want.
or
Well,
losers in the end.
I think the loser is really the one being spoon fed.
yeah,
I
they
Get
just lose
that pepperoni
inherently.
pizza.
It's just it's just like I just want to literally spoon feed someone some kind of puree while interviewing them, and I want them.
I think it's a great idea. I've always liked that idea.
I want puree to run down their chin, and then of course we'll have a bib. Of course we'll have a bib. Absolutely.
I
a bib
had,
is part of
if
it.
y'all remember my endorsement from last week, I had the sriracha lid going on here. I did that this week, and then it was on my mustache, and then I was worried it was gonna get on the microphone, so that was bad. So,
Yeah, maybe a little
Just means
got
you
in
have
the
a
microphone.
spicy mic. It's okay.
So I'm gearing. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gearing up for this. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe keep spooning
I'm
until I
definitely
figure out
down
what
for
it
that.
is. Yeah, they'll have to guess what it tastes like. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what
you
is
have
this
to guess what
supposed
the
to
meal
be?
is.
What is this supposed
Aural, or it's like a 4D experience.
to be? All right. So anyway, I did get sidetracked. But this is gonna be
Sorry.
the debut of the first segment of Neon Pocket Dimension, which I call extremely zoomed in JPEG time.
Oh, okay. So I for some reason, I
Extremely
thought
zoomed
we were
in
still
JPEGs.
going with the spoon fed thing, and I was like, how is this gonna happen on this episode? But now I get it.
Oh no.
We need to reword that. We need a new name for that, Jacob.
No,
Well,
I think
yeah,
I like it.
we could just shop it out, but right now it's just called extremely zoomed in JPEG game. This is a segment where y'all have to try to figure out what the extremely zoomed in JPEG is. I was thinking of doing something like, I can zoom it out and you get like a certain amount of points, but I'll keep it really simple. Okay, if you get it right on the dot, you know exactly what it is. 3 points. If
Big.
you kind of vaguely know what it might be, I'll give you 2 points. And I'll give you 1 point if you get like even close to what it is at all. You know what I'm saying? So you can get
Okay.
between 1 and 3
Sounds good.
points. And if it's contentious, then I'll leave it up to the other person to decide if the point should be awarded 1 or 2 points. So like
all right.
we'll
Are
cross
we
that
playing
bridge.
this
I follow.
individually then?
We're
taking turns, just so I get the ground rules correct.
yes. You guys.
Okay.
I didn't really think of that. So okay. So yes, you'll
'Cause I
take
don't want to
turns.
blurt it out if Gage is getting the points.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You could. Good point.
I can
We'll
send you
keep it this
I can
simple.
do a different JPEG for whatever.
No. Sorry. I didn't think about this. I forgot to think about this part. But no.
This
We'll
is
keep
why
it really
you should
simple.
have talked about it.
No. I know. It was real Look, our first episode was Sunday, and
I'm
it's
ready.
already
I'm
Wednesday.
ready.
Next time we'll have a full week to plan it out.
All right, let's start with the first one. Come on, Gage.
Okay. No, here's the parameters. Okay, we'll start with Gage. We'll start with
Yeah.
Gage.
Okay.
If he doesn't get anywhere close to it, then we'll pass. Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think that's perfect.
So
yeah.
we'll just for now, instead of doing the 3-point system, because that was an idea I had, we'll just do only 1 point. Either you get it or you don't. We'll pass if the other
Okay.
person doesn't get it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we
Start
go.
with me.
Here's
Then
the
we'll
first
go
one.
down.
Here's the first one. You ready? Starting with Gage.
Shout out to our producer. Whoa.
Thanks.
Okay. I feel like
What do you think it is?
this could be. Well, we're not gonna say categories or anything. No.
Oh no.
just-
No. You're getting
This could
nothing.
be-
You're getting nothing.
Okay, I think this is either.
You get one guess. You get one guess.
Okay,
One
I'm gonna go with
wow.
Falcor from the Never-Ending Story.
That's
Oh.
that's not a bad guess.
good
That's not a bad guess. That is incorrect, sir. Let's pass it to Miguel. And what I'll do is I'll zoom it out a little more. I'll zoom it out a little more, and then we'll do the same thing.
Well,
We'll
I think
pass.
you give him a guess first, and then
That's
zoom
what I
out a
mean.
little
That's what I mean. Yeah, he gets the same exact amount of zoom, and then I'll zoom it out, and then you try.
Is it like no? It looks like fur to me. Obviously,
Okay.
I kind of want to say it's a dog, but it's a dog's ass.
It's a dog's ass.
Oh, it looks like a dog's paw, actually.
Okay. That
A
is
zoomed in dog's paw.
that's incorrect, but
I figured.
it's interesting
The little
guesses.
black part down at the bottom is freaking me out. It looks like it's either clipped out like in Photoshop or like I can't imagine what it might be.
I'm thinking it looks like a window almost, but why would the window be furry? I don't know.
It's a furry window.
It's a furry
Nice.
window.
All right, and remember this is a zoomed in JPEG, so you can see the see the
Yeah,
pixels.
I know. I'm
All right, so
aware.
I'm gonna zoom it out one step within Microsoft Paint because it's the only fucking app that would let me zoom this in enough.
This is in Microsoft Paint.
I'm in
right
MS Paint, everybody. All right, here we go. Zoom out one.
I think it's perfect. Oh,
Wait, no, that's not
No,
enough.
that
I need to zoom out two
that
more
does
times.
not help. Oh,
now.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
I
I
mean,
know
I'll
what
give
it
it to
is.
you if you want.
No, go ahead.
I
It's your
also
turn.
know what it is. Okay, all right. I mean, this is obviously a Furby.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's correct. It's a Furby, everyone. Yeah, it's a Furby. That's
Oh,
correct.
wow. You know,
What do you
they
think?
kind of look like
That's fun.
Falcor a little bit. Like the face
Yeah.
is a little Falcor. So that's all right. I'm gonna say I was on the right track.
That's a fun one. Yeah, you definitely were. I closed my folder here, so bear with me a second.
Do you have any more?
I like.
Oh, I have
like that
9.
game. I think that was great.
I got fucking 9, dude. So
you got 9.
I got 9.
You
Yeah.
have 9.
Yes, I have 9.
Okay,
This is why I was saying, we
Okay.
don't have to do the full 9.
cool. Maybe we'll do.
We could save this for
like,
another
What do you
time.
think? Like 3?
Yeah, we can do like 3. We don't have to do all 9. That's fine.
Let's
I like this game, to be honest.
let's shoot for 5.
Me too.
Let's shoot for 5, but we don't have to do
Let's shoot
5.
for 5.
If we
Yeah,
get to
let's-
3 and you
okay,
guys
yeah.
are done, then we could just stop. All right.
Miguel can start the next one since I got the.
But also,
first advantage.
in the chat, they can also participate. So, all right, here we go. Ready?
Did you guys ever hear the thing about the Furbies, like people spying on people with Furbies, like hacking them?
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
shit. With
Was
the
that-
weird
what?
cameras.
Were they internet connected at one point?
Yeah, they were.
I have no idea how that would
there are
happen,
cameras.
but I guess yeah.
I feel like okay. Wait, I'm gonna do this. Okay, ready? This is for you, Miguel.
Yes, it is.
Let me go down a
I have
little
an
bit.
idea.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's a head. That's a face. Who
Yeah.
the hell is it though?
Who is it? Who is it, man?
I know you're not giving hints, but are all the pictures you chose like nerdy,
Oh
quote
man,
unquote nerdy? Yeah. In
Uh,
some
Or
way.
just Jacob.
it could be anything.
It
It could literally be anything.
No, those aren't Jacob's eyes.
I know. I just meant like they're nerdy
Yeah, you know-
in his humor and
Oh,
taste.
like in his opinion. I see. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's Thomas Jefferson. It's definitely not Thomas Jefferson.
Is that
I
a
have
really
no idea
guess?
who
Is
it is.
that a really guess?
Um.
What do you got, Miguel? Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, I said Thomas Jefferson.
That's incorrect. Gage, I'm passing it to you.
I'm all over this. Do I have to say like an instance, or can I just say who it is?
Just say who it is.
I'm just gonna say who it is. It's Nicolas Cage, obviously.
Yeah, that's correct. It's Nick Cage.
Oh, it is.
Let's
It's Nick
go.
Cage.
Okay,
Kate-
apparently I'm good at this game.
Kate, damn it, run in the chat.
Apparently, you
Called it.
know what Nicolas
He
Cage's
straight up
brow
called it.
looks like.
Wow, that's a young Nick Cage right there. That must
Yeah,
be like
I went with the younger
Jonah
one.
era then.
What gave it away?
It's the
Maybe
eyebrows.
his eyes. I don't know. I don't know.
It's the eyebrows.
I could just tell.
All right. Well, this is a fun game, right? May have just disconnected a little there. That's cool.
Game's
Damn,
rigged.
Run got that in the chat
Oh,
also. So
good
shout out to
job.
you.
He called it. Yeah. Sorry guys. I don't know
Oh.
why I'm like disconnecting and all this dumb shit, but here. Thanks for being here for this episode,
Excellent.
and we'll iron out all this, all these issues. This time I fucking disconnected. You
Is
guys
it
there?
you or me?
That was me, definitely. Okay,
Oh, it was
so
you? Okay.
starting with Gage. What's this?
I guess it is, huh?
What
Feels
is this?
unfair.
Yeah.
Huh? What is that?
What is that?
Feels like it's like this isn't my guess, but it feels like it's like kind of cellular lining of some kind, like
Mhm.
maybe like a. I'm gonna go with this is the sky above the boss fight of Skarsgård Radon in Elden Ring.
Ooh, I like your guess, but it's incorrect, sir. I'm sorry.
All right, that's.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Miguel? Guess for you. Guess for you. Kaled, man. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, the sky above Caleb in that boss fight, but oh well.
Miguel?
Hold on, I'm thinking. Don't rush me.
All right, well, I'm just gonna...
I want to say it's Elmo, but I don't think it's Elmo.
You don't think it's
Looks
Elmo?
like red fur.
What if it was Elmo?
It would be hilarious if it was Elmo. Let's just say red jello. Oh, red jello, yeah. It's not red jello.
It's red jello? You think it's red jello?
Red jello.
All right, that's incorrect. Okay, Gage, I'm going to zoom out a bit. What's that?
That's good.
Is that better?
Hmm.
K Damn
I mean, I
Damn It
don't know,
Run says incorrectly pizza sauce. It's not
That's
pizza
not
sauce.
nerdy.
It's definitely not pizza sauce. No, I mean, it
I mean,
doesn't
it
have,
doesn't
remember, it
really need to
doesn't
be
have
nerdy.
to be nerdy. It can be anything.
This could be from any corner of any internet.
What do you think?
Could this be the tongue of the grave mind from Halo?
Ooh, God, I like your guesses, man. I wish I was that deep with it, man. But no, it's definitely not. That's not correct.
That's fine.
Miguel, what do you got?
Oh,
I'm gonna zoom it out one more.
Mochi Squeeze says a strawberry.
it's an apple.
It's an apple. I gave it to him.
It's fucking
It's an
apple.
apple.
Yeah, you did give that to me.
Wow,
Don't
I
pity
didn't
me. I
realize
can lose. It's okay.
the pores on the apple were so prominent.
I was
Mochi
gonna
Squeeze
say
got
it was
really
Ronald
close with the
McDonald.
strawberry. That's pretty good.
Yeah, good job, Mochi Squeeze. You were pretty close with that. All right. All right. That was 3. We could do 2 more, right? I know you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
I
See,
think we
it's
can-
like every time like my computer loads to something, I like
That's on.
fully disconnect from the internet. So I'm just gonna open
Is
up
that one
the other
frozen?
one
Is
too.
that-
Yeah, it's me. It's me, guys. Sorry. It's just like anytime I use Windows Explorer, my computer takes a shit. So whatever. I'll be back soon. Hello, hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
Oh,
guys?
aren't they gonna discontinue?
you
Aren't they
hear
gonna
me?
discontinue Internet Explorer?
They sure are.
They sure are.
Isn't that like today? Isn't that today?
It's-
I think that's
it-
Is
today.
it today?
Yeah, I think it's today.
Oh,
So
shit.
maybe that's why.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's just there's something going on, man. I need to like look into it and figure out why. Okay, here's the next one. This one's for Miguel. What do you think?
Pretty zoomed out already.
Yeah, well, it's as far in as you can zoom in with the fucking stupid ass MS Paint.
You should have gotten a better photo.
This is a good photo.
I mean, I don't know.
What is it, Miguel?
It's a
I
great
don't-
photo.
I
It must
have
just be a
no
really
fucking
detailed big
idea.
picture.
Yeah.
What is that?
What do you think it is?
It looks familiar, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Gage?
It's almost harder because you can see the whole person's face.
Gage?
You think so?
I just mean like it because
Any
it's
guesses?
like too specific. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this is like a novelization of Nosferatu.
That's good.
That's the cover art?
That's really good.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Wait. I have to move this over a little. All right. I scooched it over this time. Miguel? Any guesses?
That's further zoomed out. It feels like it's just moved slightly.
Yeah, I think you just moved it to the right.
Okay, does this give more away?
There you go.
Oh!
That feels
Is
better.
that a cube? Is that
That's
from
Cube. That's Cube.
Yes.
It's Cube. It's the
Oh,
critically acclaimed
fantastic.
movie
Wow.
Cube.
That's the yes.
It's Cube, guys.
Very good.
It's fucking Cube.
Very
I've seen
good.
that enough times. You know.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay,
pulled that
so-
one for you
so,
specifically.
So that's that's 2-2. We gotta have a tiebreaker.
Yep. And
I
this
feel
is
like Jacob gave me one.
Yeah, no, I picked
I'm
that
gonna
one
go with that,
specifically
all right?
for
That's
you.
fine with me. No one's like,
All right.
no one's honor is at stake or anything.
True.
Is
Yeah.
what you say.
Good point. Good point.
No seppuku is being performed after this.
All right, what is this?
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Gage.
give him something
Do I really
hard,
get to start that
man.
off? That's totally unfair.
Yeah, that's you.
Gage.
All right.
What is this?
I mean, I figure I have to like call out the actual flavor, probably, right?
You have to call it out 100%. What is this?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say this is Pringles chili lime flavor.
Ooh, no, that's incorrect. But you got the brand right, Miguel.
It's Pringles
Yeah.
sour cream and onion.
That's right. It's Pringles sour cream and onion.
Oh, I thought there was a little
correct.
lime up there.
Oh,
I thought
come
I thought
on,
it was
man.
just, you know.
That's correct. That's correct.
I mean, I know the green is sour cream and onion, but it looked like one of those Pringles looked like it was a little lime, you know, being squirted.
I didn't even know that was a Pringles flavor, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't think it is, but who knows? There's probably a gajillion Pringles flavors.
it's a classic chip flavor. So yeah, I had 4 more, but you know, it's all good, man.
Oh, wait.
I'll save those
No,
for
it's
the
all
next
good.
time.
That was fun.
I'll save that for the next
That's great.
time. So.
I really, we'll definitely bring that back. And if you know anyone watching, listening, if you got suggestions for segments or games, we're always in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, please let us know. You got any weird segments?
I would like to
Bring
do
'em in.
cat video of the week, if possible.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fun. That's a
You-
great one. That's a
You
great
got one?
Come with come
Right
with
now,
Pat's next
no.
time. And
Oh. That'll be your
If
segment?
I was going to do it today, I would have sent you one, but
Okay. Yeah.
that's a
It's all
tease
good.
for next week. That's a tease.
Oh,
You got to keep them coming back. You know what I mean?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man, and I'll hook you
The
up with
teases are
the
less technical difficulties and cat videos.
yeah. Neon Pocket Dimension. It's gonna get tightened up. But yeah, no. So
Oh,
we got
don't do
our
it.
endorsements. We got everything under the sun. I just wanted to quickly shout out the fact that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge is coming out tomorrow on Game Pass. So I want to do some it supports up to 6 players. So I'd like to do some 6-player streams if possible within the next
Cool.
week or so. So I'm gonna try to get those going, and we'll definitely do a few on the Neon Pocket Dimension Twitch channel. This one, twitch.tv
Yeah,
/
I'll jump on with you for sure.
Neon Pocket.
Twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension.
Attaboy. Also, I just wanted to call out the fact that the intro to Quantum Leap is pretty dope.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty
For
random.
some
but yeah,
reason, when
that
you
was
first
awesome.
when you first sent me that, I was thinking like Quantum Break, and I was like, "What are you?" Oh, okay, word. And then, yeah.
This is the part where we give some plugs. Follow me on Twitter at OMJesus. We got the homie Luke Shot First. That's first 1ST. Does that make sense? Luke Shot
Yeah.
1ST. And
Yeah,
then also
one ST. Yeah.
Also, you got Miguel on Twitter now.
yeah.
Boxcar Miguel.
Welcome to the dark
No,
side.
Boxcar
Boxcar
underscore
Miguel.
Miguel. And then follow our actual Twitter channel or whatever Twitter account at NPD Squad. You can ask Mochi Squeeze. I was like getting really mad because Neon Pocket Dimension doesn't fit into Twitter, so I had to try to find something. So I was like,
Really?
I don't know,
That's
man. MPD Squad is the best I can come up with. So anyway, follow that shit. Also, we're on YouTube. Just search Odd Valley on YouTube. You'll find the channel. That's where we're going to post all our videos for now. We make it a different YouTube channel in the future, but for now, Odd Valley. Check it out. Oh, and then, check out that show. That show's fun.
It was a
Twitch.tv
lot of fun.
/ Odd Valley. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
all the plugs I got. You guys got anything?
Not me.
No. Yeah, Luke Shot First everywhere in the chat on Twitter. Whatever.
I think
We're
I
doing
have
it live.
I'm going to just type it in. Luke Shot
Yeah.
First. One of these.
Boom. I mean,
Oh,
Like
there
that.
you go.
Do you invite people to Discord or anything? Probably not.
Yeah, no, we'll start shooting those out. We got a Discord. I've invited a lot of cool gamers and stuff on there, but I would like to open that up to everyone. You know what I mean? So
At least
we'll
one of the channels or something we can do.
yeah. So I think what I'll do is in the description below you can find the link to our Discord. So go ahead and shoot us a follow. all that cool shit. Also, like, subscribe, all that dumb shit.
Aw.
Oh, and there's a kitty.
Aw.
There's a kitty.
No cat videos, but real life cats.
This is a cat video.
You're right. It is a video medium, and that is a cat.
Good times. So yeah, let's see. Luke, why don't you play us out? I can't even hear that.
Oh, really? It's probably because my noise.
That's tight. That's
Really?
tight.
It's not coming up
No,
at all.
I
or
heard it that time.
No, I heard that.
Was that drum and bass?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That was
sort of. Neon pocket. Really good audio for everyone.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Action.
I'll produce some music. I'm getting that shit together. You can see the computer behind me. But anyway, thanks for watching the show. We'll be back Wednesday. Nice keyboard. We'll be back the following Wednesday, and Wednesday after that, and the Wednesday after that, and the Wednesday after that, and I think you get the picture. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension. But you can catch all our recorded episodes on YouTube. But yeah, from the, I guess that's it. Is that it? I don't know what to say. What do we say?
I believe that's
We don't
it.
have
I
a
don't know.
saying yet.
Smash that like button. Subscribe.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Goodbye, baby.
Bye.
Ow.